for me to... Because technically she was interfering.
Oh, yeah.
A routine traffic stop turns into a battle over power when a deputy misapplies the law and humiliates a citizen.
No, absolutely not. Okay, yeah, no, come here. You're on the wall.
I was just moving.
What starts with a simple dispute over a bicycle rack escalates into a violation of rights and authority. Who's really breaking the law here? In a nation built on laws, what happens when those tasked with enforcing them become the first to bend them? September 9th, 2024. A quiet gas station in Montgomery County, Texas becomes the backdrop for a troubling scene. A deputy pulls into the lot lights flashing. Her target, a driver accused of obscuring a license plate with a bicycle rack. But what begins as a routine stop quickly unravels into something far more invasive and far less lawful. The body cam is rolling, the deputy is in control, and the Constitution, it's about to be tested. When a citizen exercises her right to challenge a claim, is she interfering or simply standing her ground? And when a badge reaches beneath a woman's bra in the name of officer safety, who exactly is being protected? These aren't just questions of law, they're questions of power. And today we follow that power to its breaking point.
You gonna roll down the window? Why not? Roll down the window.
Yes, may I help you?
Officer Norton, Montgomery County Constables, Precinct 5. The reason I pulled you over is your license plate is obscured. I cannot see your license plate.
You're full of crap anyways because it's got my bicycle things on it.
It still can't be covered.
Yes, it's not covered. It is, but that's
It's obscured.
legal.
No, it's not. I cannot see your license plate. I cannot see your license plate.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's obscured. Do you have your license on you?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
However, it's not obscured.
Okay, it is obscured.
You can call Officer Simpson, Sergeant Simpson, and ask him. It is not obscured.
So me not being able to see your back license plate, don't roll up your window on me.
Oh, watch me.
Okay.
It was an accident to begin with, so don't threaten me.
I didn't threaten you. I said don't roll.
Don't roll up your window on me. It was an accident to begin with.
Okay, that's all I said was don't roll your window up on me. Where's your license?
It's not obscured.
Okay.
You can read it.
We can agree to disagree.
The deputy stood firm in her claim the bicycle rack on the driver's car was blocking the license plate. But Texas law tells a different story. Section 504-945 of the Transportation Code clearly states, if the rack is mounted in a normal or customary manner, it's not a violation. There was no mystery here, no gray area to dissect, just a statute written plainly and ignored. But when the driver pushed back politely with the law on her side, the deputy didn't back down. She doubled down. What began as a traffic stop now bent toward control, not correction. The message wasn't fix this, it was submit. In that moment, the law wasn't the standard, it was a tool misused to compel compliance. And the real offense? It wasn't a bicycle rack, it was a citizen who knew her rights. So what happens when lawful resistance meets unlawful authority? Do we protect the rule of law or the pride of those who misapply it?
Where are you coming from today?
None of your business.
Okay, cool. Any weapons in the vehicle?
None of your business.
It is my business, actually.
No, I don't have to answer any more questions.
Yeah, you do. Are there any weapons in the vehicle?
Here you go.
Are there any weapons in the vehicle?
No.
Okay. Any illegal narcotics?
I'm not answering any more questions.
Okay. Cool. Go ahead and hop out of the vehicle for me.
Excuse me?
Hop out of the vehicle.
Excuse me?
Go ahead and hop out of the vehicle.
Say that again?
Go ahead and hop out of the vehicle.
No.
Get out of the
I'm not
vehicle?
getting out of the vehicle.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, no, I am not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
8520. Can you send me another unit? I have a occupant that's refusing to get out of the vehicle.
I'm not getting out.
Yes, you are.
Clear. Can I get a second 85? All units be advised, shuttle sport cover closed, shuttle sport cover closed.
I do not have to answer any questions, and I am not getting out.
It's a lawful order.
No, it's not a lawful order.
Yes, it is. It is a lawful order, me telling you to get out of the vehicle.
I am not getting out of my
You can
vehicle.
open up the channel. You can get out of the vehicle, or you can go for interfering. We'll sit here and all day. All I asked was for you to get out of the vehicle.
I am not getting out of my vehicle.
I don't know what's in this vehicle. You're not telling me if there are weapons. I asked you if there are weapons. You said I don't have to tell you.
No, there's no weapons in my vehicle.
You said I don't have to tell you.
There's no weapons in my vehicle.
Okay, cool. Well,
So I do not have to get out of my vehicle.
yeah, you do. It's a lawful order.
No, it's not.
Okay, we can agree to disagree.
I'm not doing anything wrong. There is no reason for me to get out of my vehicle, and I gave you my driver's license.
Okay, well, we can either pull you out.
Call Sergeant Simpson. Simpson.
I don't need to call Sergeant Simpson.
Supervisor.
He-
There is no reason for me to get out of my vehicle. I've not done anything wrong.
So me asking you is a lawful order.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
It definitely is a lawful order.
My vehicle.
Okay.
It's not a lawful order because there is no reason for it.
Okay, she already locked it.
With the traffic stop unraveling, the deputy's tone sharpened. Her voice, now edged with threat, warned the driver she could be taken to jail for interfering. But interfering with what exactly? The U.S. Supreme Court in Pennsylvania versus Mims gave officers broad authority to order drivers out of lawfully stopped vehicles. Lawfully stopped. That's the hinge. That's the standard. But when a stop is unlawful from the outset, when it begins with a misreading of the law, what follows can't be called justice. It becomes performance. In Texas, Section 3815 of the Penal Code defines interference as disrupting an officer performing a lawful duty. But if that duty was born from a false premise, it withers on the vine. And still the deputy pressed forward, asserting power not grounded in law, but in authority unexamined. The driver stayed calm. She didn't yell. She didn't flee. She simply refused to get out of her own car. Was that interference, or was it the last line of defense against a system too willing to punish dissent? And if standing your ground is treated as a crime, what protections remain for the innocent?
That's all right. We got a sergeant on the line right now. See? He's en route. So you can sit here, or you can comply with our orders.
There is no vehicle. There is no reason for me to get out of my vehicle.
I don't know what's in this vehicle. You were hesitant on me asking if there were any weapons in the vehicle, and you said no, I don't have to tell you. So.
No weapons in my vehicle. If you're not shining your flashlight in my eyes, I'm deaf.
You're deaf?
Well, that has nothing to do with a flashlight in your eyes.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm gonna run her.
It's a very common thing across the country as well. It's not even just our community here.
Hands on the hood. Anything you don't need that's gonna poke prod me? Pat you down for officer safety.
No.
Hands on the hood.
That's not a pat down. That is pull my bra.
It is definitely a pat down. We can argue all you want. I don't know why you are being so defensive.
You are not patting me down. You are feeling up under my bra.
Is that I'm allowed?
Then came the moment that shattered all boundaries. As the driver stood, hands visible, body still, the deputy moved in not just to pat down, but to reach under her bra. The driver, stunned, protested. This wasn't a search for weapons. It was an invasion dressed in a badge. Under Terry v. Ohio, officers are permitted limited searches for safety quick surface level checks when there's a reasonable belief someone may be armed. But that protection has limits. It does not sanction fishing beneath undergarments without clear articulable suspicion of a concealed weapon. There was no weapon here, no justification, no threat. Only the deputy's hand and a decision that crossed from caution into violation. The law at its core demands restraint. It grants officers tools, not carte blanche. But here that balance was lost. When authority reaches beneath a citizen's clothing without cause, what's really being searched for, and how many more lines must be crossed before trust is beyond repair?
Where are you coming from today? Not your answer? Okay. Anything in the car that you're not supposed to have?
No.
Okay. Do you mind if I search the vehicle?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. Stay right there. Can you make note that the occupant got out of the vehicle? And do we have any canine narcotics available? Huh? Yeah.
It's too many of us.
Yeah. I'm gonna, wonder if that's enough for me to, because technically she was interfering.
Oh, yeah. I've done it.
I'm gonna call the DA. Did you call the DA before you? Yeah.
Yeah, well, my guy had physically had to remove him out of the car.
All right, I'm gonna call the DA. Hello, this is Officer Norton with Montgomery County Constable's Precinct 5. I got a question for you. So, out on a traffic stop for obscured license plate. She has like bikes covering her license plate. I can't see the license plate. When I told her that I wasn't able to see the rear license plate, she argued with me and says that it's not obscured. I asked her multiple times to get out of the vehicle because when I asked her, sorry, hold on. When I asked if there were any weapons in the vehicle. She said that she didn't have to tell me. And finally, after asking her multiple times, she said, no, there's no weapons in the vehicle. I then asked her, okay, well, do you mind stepping out? That way I know, you know, for my safety, your safety, everything's okay. And then she refused to get out of the vehicle when I asked her multiple times. It took 4 other officers to ask her verbally. We didn't have to physically remove her. As I'm patting her down, seeing if she, like, you know, stuffed anything anywhere in her bra, she said that I was not doing a pat down, that I was illegally searching her. So I was going to see if that's enough for interference.
Give me a second, I'm going to look at something.
Okay.
Okay, here's where you're at. I'm with you. Technically, yes, you have the violation if you want to file it. However, there are some problems that will make you look terribly bad if you have to defend this case in court. The first one is the statute that I wanted to look at is that bicycles and motorcycle racks attached to a vehicle in normal and customary manner cannot be used as a basis for obstructing a license plate. It's actually spelled out in the statute. That's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is she has a valid point about the search in saying that you patting her bra is not a pat down, it's a search. So the long and the short of it is, I would not do it, but if y'all really want to fight off that fight, yes, we'll file it.
No, I mean, I'm going to go with obviously what you say, because I'm calling you to get your opinion on it. I was under the impression that if we weren't able to see a plate in the back at all, then it was obscured.
Well, I read you the exact language, and so you can see how you think it applies to your exact facts, because you're looking at your situation live. I'm not.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, I mean, I physically can't see the plate, so, like, I legit had to go under the bikes as I'm pulling over the vehicle to see the plate. So
I'm giving you my pieces, so yeah, whichever way you want to go is fine with me.
Okay. All right, thank you so much.
Thanks. Yeah.
All right, bye.
We didn't get a response on any of the
That's there, you can disregard.
Were you wanting to speak with the sergeant, or?
You have any questions? Nothing. All right, well, the sergeant's right here if you want to speak to him. If not, you're more than welcome to go on about your day.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions for me, for him? No? Okay.
With the damage done, the deputy stepped away to call the district attorney's office. Minutes passed in silence. No charges were filed. No arrest was made. The driver was released. Just like that. No apology, no acknowledgement. Only the echo of humiliation in a parking lot that had turned into a constitutional crime scene. According to reports, there's been no official complaint filed, no lawsuit, no known internal review. Just a quiet exit from an encounter that never should have happened in the first place. The deputy's behavior wasn't just misinformed, it was dangerous. From a fabricated traffic stop to an unlawful command to a degrading and unjustifiable search under a woman's bra, all while cloaked in the authority of the law and yet clearly violating it at every turn. She didn't know the law she was enforcing. She didn't care to learn it in real time. And when corrected by the very citizen she was detaining, she responded not with humility but with contempt. If a citizen had done what she did, detained someone without cause, reached under their clothing without consent, would they not be facing charges? Shouldn't a badge demand higher standards and not lower? And in a system where the uninformed can still wield power unchecked, how many more rights must be trampled before someone finally says enough?
So, pull up. I went in the car lane over here. I guess I cut the phone over. Never seen her over there. Of course, I can't say a whole lot on that. She comes up here. I'm getting ready to talk. You know, she comes beating on my ankle. Scares me to death. I had no clue. Jumped out. She starts freaking boom, 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 boom. So I hit the recorder. Start recording. And, you know, she's doing the way she's been. I mean, she's yelling, screaming. She's disorderly. I think so. For disorderly.
You want to take this over? We'll take this over. 36. Do you have this 23 last name?
Negative.
10-4. Got it. Detecting ready.
Got it.
What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number?
I'll talk to you in a minute, okay?
36, of course, negative.
10-4.
Do you have a name?
Do what? I do have a name.
What is your name?
I told you I'll talk to you later.
Of course, negative, right?
So we come big on the window. We might have minutes now.
That's amazing.
If you advise
I would 100% say that's
type of
amazing.
vehicle for the 28, I'm not getting a
You open your window like that? I mean, yeah.
Mulligan? Turn around.
What?
Disorderly conduct and menacing.
In the shadow of a McDonald's parking lot, the balance of power tipped on a knock. Deputy Croft, after allegedly cutting across 2 lanes without signaling and nearly colliding with another car, sat parked in silence until Juniper Mulligan, the driver he nearly hit, approached his window, calm, unarmed, wanting answers. Instead of accountability, she got handcuffs. Croft declared her behavior disorderly and menacing. But what menace comes from knocking on a window and speaking your mind? Kentucky law says disorderly conduct must affect the public, not the ego of a deputy, and menacing. It requires genuine fear of physical injury, not discomfort, not inconvenience, and certainly not the audacity of a citizen questioning a cop. What we saw was not a threat to public safety, it was a threat to a fragile authority challenged in public. And when speech becomes a crime, are we still calling it justice?
Don't resist.
I'm going to do it.
Okay.
You don't have to hand.
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, you want my keys home? Yeah, take my keys.
Hold up. Don't be ripping anything out of her pocket.
Why?
Back up.
We'll give it to you, but don't be jerking out until we know. We don't know what you're pulling out of your
Hey,
Okay, then have a seat.
33.
Yeah, actually, we can. You're under arrest.
You're under arrest. Stop it.
Oh, that's my dog.
I'm double locking these cuffs so they don't tighten up on you, okay?
You got any fucking ass or anything on you?
All right, I'm gonna walk you back here, okay?
I would like to give my mother my keys now.
Okay. That question.
I would like to give my mother my keys.
No, so you're not gonna do it. You're handcuffed, okay?
I know.
So,
I want my
so
mother to go in my
listen,
pocket.
listen to me.
No,
You're under
I want
arrest. So
her
this is
to
a
take
search incident to arrest, okay? I'm lawfully able to search you after you've been placed under arrest, okay?
Sure.
I understand, but I'm just telling you how it is. So, obviously, I wasn't the initial officer who was out here, so I'm going to make sure that he's okay with her having the keys, and if he's okay with it, then that's what we'll do, okay?
Sure.
Just want you to know, okay, I'm actively recording right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to search you well enough to ensure that you don't have anything that's going to harm me, okay? Is there going to be anything that's tucked on you that the jail's going to find when a female officer searches you?
Nope.
Okay, I appreciate the honesty. I think that's everything. I don't know, we got you there, so.
Yeah, me too. May she have that?
Yeah, we can make it big guys. Sure.
And I would like, no, that's my wallet.
What?
My wallet is in my back pocket.
Okay. So I have this
Mom?
up. I have to check signal this up.
Do I?
Yeah. Same thing.
Mom, come take these things from him, please.
Alright, so you do want your mom to have cash, correct?
I want her to have my keys, my whatever's in my pockets.
Yes.
I'd like to keep my chopstick though.
Make sure there ain't nothing folded up in here. Alright, is there anything in your back pocket?
Right side. Just don't touch it.
Yeah, there's my wallet.
Is your wallet in your back pocket? Can you go ahead and just grab that out with your left hand?
Sure.
Okay. No, absolutely not. Okay. Yeah. No. Come here. Get on the car.
I was just handing my property to my mother.
Face the
33
vehicle.
for check welfare.
Face the vehicle. Yeah. Okay.
2236 Homewood Avenue.
Take some side steps
Caller
to your
advising
left.
there's a female possible 218A.
What I'd like to do, I want you to spread your legs, just like this. Okay.
Currently public service right now, saying she's going to harm pets and chickens in the area, unknown weapon.
You just hang on there.
Via shoulder length, hair, black shirt, white shorts with flowers and Crocs.
Hey,
She didn't want to get that
unless
people
you want to
check out
go
the
in
area.
cuffs,
Going
give
in
me
and out
those
of the vehicle
keys.
there.
Stand over there. Stand over there. Or you're going to be arrested for interfering in this investigation. Stand back.
I'm just got her keys.
You're not grabbing anything on this car.
Occupant in the vehicle.
Stay there. Do not touch those keys.
Excuse me. I'm not a freaking dog.
I have a wand right here. This is a metal detector, okay? Okay, spread your legs back. Why don't you turn around and face me? Stand up. I'll take your hat off. Exit. I'll turn that AC on. Yeah, Yeah, I don't know why they're doing this today, but we're good. I'm going to read you something because you're currently placed under arrest, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney before making any statements and have your attorney with you during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney and desire one, the court will appoint one for you. You may stop the questioning at any time by refusing to answer further or by requesting to consult with your attorney. Do you understand each of these rights that I've explained to you?
Yes.
Okay. Keeping these rights in mind, you know you don't have to talk to me and you can invoke these at any time.
All right.
Do you wish to talk to me about what happened today that led to this? Because it's honestly, I don't know. I rolled up here and the situation was already happening.
All right. Will it affect my arrest?
Do what?
Will it affect this? Do I get out?
No.
Okay, well, that cop, whoever, cut across 2 lanes of traffic.
We're at over here on the road.
On the bridge. Cut in front of me across 2 lanes of traffic, no lights, no signals. And I honked at him, and then I came here to tell him he was a bad driver, and this happened.
Tell me how you went about telling him that he was a bad driver.
I
believe that's where the problem's going to lie.
I just went up and knocked on his door. I knocked twice on glass. That's it.
We could have went about this in a better way. You know that you can just go to the sheriff's department and say, hey, I want to talk with the sheriff. I've got a problem with what happened today on the road. Do you know?
Handcuffed, locked inside a patrol vehicle. Juniper Mulligan listened as Deputy Crone read her Miranda rights, but by then the damage was already done. She was under arrest, booked for the crime of knocking on a cop's window. As Crone began questioning her about the incident, the legal foundation beneath the interaction continued to erode. According to the U.S. Supreme Court, Miranda warnings are required before custodial interrogation, and in this case, there was no doubt Mulligan had been arrested, restrained, removed from her vehicle, and placed under police control. This wasn't a Terry stop. This was custody. Yet even when proper warnings are issued, one truth remains. Rights don't just live on paper, they require restraint from those who wield power. Crone may have followed protocol with his voice, but the system had already failed Mulligan with its actions. So the question isn't just whether she was read her rights, it's whether anyone truly listened to hers.
Yeah, I'll open the window. She can talk to you. Would you like to come speak with her? You can talk to her, say whatever you'd like. I just ask that you don't reach in there or take anything. Just talk, okay?
What? I still have my chopstick and some candy. How are you doing, Mom?
Could be better.
Like I said, I searched you. You're a woman, so I'm not going. I searched you well enough to make sure that you don't have any knives, guns, or anything that can hurt me. Okay? The chapstick that's in your pocket, you can just leave it there. Okay? It's okay.
Let me know the incidentals.
Yeah.
You'll just probably ROR right out. Okay?
Probably what?
You'll probably just ROR right out.
I don't know what that means.
They're basically going to go up there. They're going to take your information and they're going to release you on your own recognizance to come back to a court date.
Okay.
So
I have no way home, and I've got 7 animals I got to take care of.
All right. I'll make sure I let them know. I think we're going to be able to do that. So, but I've got to go over there and talk to them, so I'm rolling the window up. So just kind of hang back over there in the shade. Do you want this with Mom or not?
Yeah, she can have it.
Okay. Real quick. Your mom. I don't think that it was a good idea of what daughter did today. Just like I was telling you, just like I was telling her. And she even said, she'd go about it different. I'm gonna put your seatbelt on you. Just go straight down, okay? Are those cuffs okay on you right now?
They're not really comfortable.
Well, they're not designed to be comfortable, but is your hands okay right now? They're not like numbing out or anything?
No.
Alright, well, we ain't got that long. It's just a little short. Oh, there it goes. Alright, we're gonna go up there.
Juniper Mulligan spent the night in a jail cell, not for violence, not for theft, not for harm done to any soul, but for questioning a deputy's recklessness on the road. She says she was forced to sleep on a crowded floor and that a jailer brought a live snake into her cell to show it off to detainees. Humiliation framed as entertainment. The charges didn't stick. They were dismissed and later expunged. But the experience left a scar deeper than any courtroom verdict. Mulligan filed complaints with the sheriff's office and the jail, though the outcomes remain hidden behind silence. She also filed a lawsuit, and in 2023, it quietly settled for $25,000. $5,000 of that she donated to a domestic violence crisis center. And yet both deputies involved, who escalated a citizen's concern into criminal prosecution, walked away without consequence. Mulligan was punished with a cage and cold concrete, the officers with paperwork. Why does accountability so often depend on lawsuits instead of leadership? And what does it say about the system when a citizen must pay a legal price just to raise her voice? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Was this justice served or just another case of power unchecked? If you value content like this, remember to like the video and subscribe to Citizens vs. Systems, where your voice turns scrutiny into change.